Mr. Speaker.
Representative Tinderholt, for what purpose?
Will the representative yield for a question?
Well, Representative Zwiener, do you yield?
I will, of course, yield for questions.
She yields.
So if this bill solely did stopped surgeries on children for gender care, you'd vote for it?
If this bill solely stopped genital surgeries for minors without having any discriminatory language in it, I would be happy to support this bill.
So are you aware that puberty-blocking medications long-term on children have been proven to cause sterilization?
I do not believe that is accurate information.
It is, and you can find it anywhere. Do you
I believe you can find that on some sites that are not well cited.
Do you know that the U.S. Constitution has says that individuals have a fundamental right to procreate? They have the right to do that.
Individuals also have a fundamental right to not procreate, and I know I resent my identity and worth being solely linked to my ability to reproduce, and I am not alone in that.
Well,
Folks have a right. I am finishing answering your question.
Of course you are.
Folks absolutely should have a right to reproduce if that is what they choose, but people make choices every day that lead them down different paths in their lives, and this should not be treated as any different.
So do you know when parents give puberty blockers to children and they make them so that they can't have children, which many of them we heard in the committee want to do after they're 20 and 25 years old, you know that can be considered child abuse because a child is not legally competent enough to consent to that sterilization. What do you have to say about that?
That is certainly not current law, and people choose treatments for children every day that potentially have side effects, and medical professionals and parents' jobs are to weigh the potential side effects and pick the best path forward for their children.
Well, I disagree. I think what you're supporting today goes totally against our Attorney General's opinion that was done with former Representative Matt Krause, who's up in the audience. He asked a question. He's in the gallery. And he specifically stated
Mr.
that...
Speaker, I don't believe we're supposed to refer to
Don't
people in the
me,
gallery
please.
on bill
Let me
debates.
finish asking the question. So what you're doing and what you're supporting and what your party's supporting right now is termed child abuse. You guys want to abuse children. It is despicable. And I can't fathom why you or anyone in this room would want to abuse young, innocent children by blocking their puberty, giving cross-sex hormones, and harming innocent children. Now, when a child thinks that there's something else that they're not, we get them behavioral health. We get them, we send them to a psychologist. We don't carve them up and we don't give them medicine to stop their puberty and sterilize them for the rest of their life. So I just think it's despicable, and I cannot believe that anyone in this room wants to do harm, physical harm, to children. It's child abuse.
Representative Tinderholt.
Visitors in the gallery are welcome to be here, but we will not engage in demonstration or we will clear the gallery.
Representative Tinderholt, I have had 3 people cry in my arms outside the floor of this building today. I have had 3 people, some of them transgender individuals who feel personally under attack by this body today. People who feel like this body is telling them they don't belong in Texas, the state I and they love. Some of those people were not transgender individuals. Some of those people were parents. Parents who have already sent their kids out of this state to try and protect them. Parents who are trying to figure out what to do right now in the face of the fact that this body inexplicably has become obsessed with them and their children. Members, if you don't think transgender therapy is a good idea, don't have transgender therapy. Don't have gender-affirming care yourself. That option is available and on the table for you today. But leave these families alone. They are parents who are doing every single thing they know how to do to protect and defend their children. That's something I know I would do if I felt like my child was in danger. I would do every single thing I know how to do, and every single one of you would too. So before you judge these parents, walk a mile in their shoes, listen to the stories of parents, many of whom started with political and spiritual beliefs like you have, and were startled and surprised and confused when their child's gender did not line up with the letter on their birth certificate.
The chair would like to remind members that they are not allowed to engage in personalities during the discussion on the front mic and back mic.